And if we admit that men are dangerous, like, publicly and loudly, we can't say that men are protectors because it wouldn't make sense. How can we be protectors and the dangerous people?
That's the problem. Stop generalizing. Like, why is it so hard to speak with just a little bit of nuance? Yes, there are dangerous and bad men out there. But with that, there are also some good protectors out there, and that's worth acknowledging as well. Like, yes, men make up the overwhelming majority of offenders in violent crimes. But what gender also makes up the overwhelming majority of the military that protects you and allows you to have the rights and the privileges that you have? What gender are police officers, firefighters, and fathers that make it their duty to protect their families and society? And I don't bring this up to completely disregard the fact that those men committing violent crimes is a problem worth addressing, because it very well is. But everything doesn't have to be black or white. You don't have to paint all men out to be villains to get your point across.
I'm going to say this, right? I want to, because you on to something with this comment. But more men settle in relationships, especially men who have a little something, if they're married to the woman, they settle more than women, because men automatically thinking, okay, if I leave, she's taking everything. I have more to lose than to gain. So men typically settle in marriages. Now, women have more incentives to leave when they don't feel happy or whatever the case may be, because they can leave and take the man's money, take the house, take the kids, take everything, and still make out like a bandit. More men settle. Like, I know it sounds politically correct to say women settle more, but no, more men settle, because more men weigh the odds out, knowing that I have more to lose. And women actually gain more in leaving a man than a man leaving a woman. You understand that?
Porsche's worth $12 million, but now in one move, she's going to lose half of her money. How this happened was Bella reveals she...
Imagine this frickin' roller coaster that this dude is on. His wife, because they got married at 21, so they're husband and wife technically. His wife just gets astronomically famous on TikTok and all other social media just from lip-syncing videos and doing weird faces like that. Then she gets into the music industry and then cheats on him with Tyga multiple times. So that's all devastating. And then, she wants a divorce and everything, but she didn't sign a prenup, and state law in California is 50-50 if there's no prenup. So this dude went from a normal marriage to his girlfriend being like an internet superstar to her cheating on him, and then now he's got like $6 million that he could get in the bank. A win is a win, boys. A win is a win.
You know what? I see why the fellas is mad at us. We got to do better. So I was talking to one of my homegirls not too long ago, and she tells me she's met the perfect guy, right? She's like, he's great, he's handsome, great job, all of that, right? Oh, nobody's perfect, of course, but standard-wise, preference-wise, he met everything. So then later on, she tells me, and she's like, oh, I dubbed him. He's just not right for me. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, everything was good. Like, you were saying, like, this could have been future hubby. Like you was damn near on the right track for everything. Like, he was just matching up. You know what this woman tells me? She says, his car is old. And I say, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? She's like, well, he's been in his career for 10 plus years. He should have a brand new car. He should have something from this year. Like, why don't you have a more expensive car? Sis, sounds like he doesn't have a car payment. Sounds like he doesn't have an extra $700-800 that he has to spend a month, or how much ever a car payment is. It sounds like he's saving up money. What's the problem? Does it work? Does it have an auxiliary cord? Does it have heat and air conditioning? That's all I really care about. Do the windows go up and down? Has it passed the inspection? That's really all that counts. But you're worried about it being an old car? Really? You're gonna pass him up because his car is old? Just little shit like that that explains why these men are sick of us. Because you could have a perfectly good guy with a good career. He takes care of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you could ask for, and it's just not enough. But it's women like me that will love on y'all. I just want to let you know that. Okay? We are out here. Stop paying attention to the materialistic women. That's the only thing I can say to you, men.
I just want to say for the record that I do hate men.
If you work out because you want your body to look a certain way, you don't care about health, you are fat phobic.
Kill male babies and kill any man that you see, like in the street.
Pro women killing men. I think that if a man is perfect, yeah, why not?
So I just want to put that energy out in the universe.
I would love to see you get a woman pregnant. And I said, oh, no. She would be getting me pregnant.
And then I have multiple boyfriends, but I'm still single. So life is good.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
Men are not meant to be dominant. Men are meant to...
It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Silence, I think, is golden. Where that becomes an issue is if you're not speaking up when you should. Does that make sense? There's an old saying, another good saying, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. So there are times in life when we are not called to be silent. So if silence is our default mechanism because that's what we're most comfortable with, and we are doing it because it's comfortable, that potentially is an issue. If we're doing it because we don't believe we're adding value to the silence, right, which is really it, right? For me to want to open my mouth would mean for me to believe that what I'm saying is better than silence. And if what I'm saying is not better than silence, I have no reason to open my mouth.
I mean, I have a lot of Legos like at my house.
Tell me more.
About Legos? The little like plastic building blocks.
No, I know what they are, but why do you have them?
Because they're fun. You can just like buy a set and put it together, and then you have like a TIE fighter or some shit. Like,
a what?
You watch Star Wars?
Nah, fam.
The Mandalorian takes place like chronologically after Yoda's death in the Star Wars timeline. No worries.
Set him up. Set him right up. You could tell, like from the jump, it was a setup. From the jump, you could tell. She's like, tell me more. Please, I'm so intrigued by this dumb shit. You could tell. That's why she's laughing deep down. This nigga just expressed how he felt.
Hey man, check this out. Let me tell you a secret. That guy who she's cheating on you with is telling her not to sleep with you. Please don't ask me how I know.
I have a question for you guys. So, in my life, when a girl that I'm dating who's really attractive posts me on her social media, what do you think happens to me? Anybody want to take a guess?
Your value as a man goes up.
But let me be more specific. What happens? What do you think happens to me on social media?
Women are going to be more attracted to you.
What kind of messages do you think I get?
A lot of women are going to start staring at you because I'm with you, you know? Like, that's just how it is. It's always been that way.
So they're going to like certain stuff. They might even
like, it might be a girl that turned you down before, and then you get in a relationship, and then they're like, oh.
Sounds familiar.
And the boyfriend material.
Yeah. But other guys will look at you too, like, oh, he has a fine girlfriend.
It's interesting. So that does anybody not think that's what the case is? Anybody not think that's what the case is when a man is with other women that women find him attractive? Does anybody not think that's the case? Okay, cool. The term for that is called mate choice copying, and it's actually a psychological term. But here in this whole sphere, we call it pre-selection. The term is called pre-selection, and it's a real thing. Pre-selection only works one way, though. It does not work for women. A woman sitting there with 10 dudes is not more attractive to us as a man. A guy with 10 girls, women will be like, he's a douchebag. Am I asking? Yeah, exactly.
I asked men at the gym, like, what is the dating scene like right now? And they were like, bro, everybody wants this six-figure dude. And sometimes millennial women have this thought that if he isn't making six figures, then he's a bum. He doesn't want more. And that's not necessarily the case. In reality, that's the top, 10% of people? That's a lot less men that majority of women are looking for.
I'm done.
So Danny, just to clarify, like this entire thing was a test, like none of it was real. Jay was actually in on this, and he was actually like working with your boyfriend to find out if you would remain loyal to him or not. He actually doesn't even live here. He doesn't have a Turo business. The shoes aren't even his. He's just pretending to do that because he just wanted to find out if you would remain loyal to your boyfriend or not.
Obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously everything we went through doesn't count for anything, right?
You can't ask me a simple question.
Yeah. You know, we got you. We got you.
You got me what?
We got you. So a whole year we wasted.
Oh my God.
Why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just confront me? Like if it was such a problem with the money, you should have just told me.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care. Now you don't care because you got caught. Now you don't care because you got caught. Okay.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you?
You're embarrassing yourself. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, well.
The only one that should be embarrassed is you.
Oh, I am.
And now
You're the one cheating.
Good. I hope it embarrassed
Yeah, whatever.
I hope it did.
Okay.
That's embarrassing. Be embarrassed.
Yeah. Just walk away. You're always walking away from everything. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe this shit.